Hey everybody, so it's that time of year again when fireworks are available in the supermarkets. Now, I always advise that if you have a specialist all year round firework retailer near you, you should always go to them for your fireworks because you'll get much better value for money. But not everyone's in a position to do that, so in this video let's take a look at the fireworks that are available in Tesco for 2025. Now, unlike Aldi and Lidl, who list their fireworks on their respective websites, of course they're only available to purchase in store, Tesco only lists fireworks on their in-store leaflets. I do kind of like that as it's something physical you can keep, and it also includes an order form that you're meant to fill in, hand in, then do your shopping, and then collect your firework order on the way out of the store. You'll note from this order form that most of Tesco's fireworks are available on club card deals, so you are going to need their free loyalty card in order to be able to take advantage of those deals. Okay, so let's go through this list in order. First up, the titanium sparklers, £1 for a pack of 5. Compare that to a packet of 12 sparklers that you can get for just 99p from Aldi. Tesco sparklers are not as good value. Tesco proudly claim though that they've reduced the size of their sparkler packs and saved enough plastic to cover more than 12 tennis courts. Why you'd want to cover tennis courts in plastic, I have no idea, but there you go. In addition to the titanium sparklers, Tesco also sell star-shaped sparklers, which they're calling wands, and which are a novel alternative to traditional straight sparklers. But these are a bit more expensive at £1.50 for a pack of just 3. Next, the Elements shot tubes, a pack of 4 described as having big, loud bursts of silver glitter tails, red stars, and crackle, and promoted as a great alternative to rockets. The performance of these are reasonable for their size. The price is the same as in previous years, but I think that's still a little expensive at the equivalent of £1.25 a shot. Next up, let's take a look at Tesco's £8 firework range, available as a 3 for £20 deal. So there's a selection box here called Supernova. Apparently it's new, but standard fireworks are notorious for rewrapping previous year's fireworks with new names each year. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to the fact that this is supposedly new for 2025. But it does contain 12 fireworks, comprising 10 fountains and 2 Roman candles. But for £8, or the equivalent of just £6.66 via the deal, if you've got really young children who don't like bangs, and you want to do a few fireworks for them on bonfire night in your back garden, then this is an inexpensive option. Next is the low noise rainbow fountain, which lasts a minute. Let's take a look at the product video. So a little bit of colour in there, a little bit of blue, some red. A little bit of gentle crackling. So it's a fan fountain. But it'd be quite nice if all 3 kind of angles went at once rather than one at a time, because it looks a bit odd when all the sparks are just going off on one side. But we can see a bit of green in there. Back to the centre section. Not particularly great height on this fountain, I'd say maybe about a metre, but a reasonable duration nonetheless. Finally, in the £8 or 3 for £20 range are the Astro rockets. There's 5 in a pack, they're classed as low noise, although according to the description there is some crackle in these, so let's take a look at the video and see. Yeah, there's a little bit of crackle in the bursts. The bursts are not very symmetrical, not particularly big. But there we go, those are the Astro rockets there. Next we move on to the £15 fireworks, available as any 2 for £25, which works out at £12.50 a piece. There's another selection box here, Enchanted, 15 fireworks comprising 8 fountains, 2 rockets, 2 shot tubes and 1 cake. For £12.50, again a reasonably priced selection box with a decent variety of different firework types, i.e. they're not just all fountains. So good for a younger audience. Illusion is a supposed new 16-shot cake described as beautiful starbursts with red, green and blue stars, followed by a finale of crackling starbursts. Let's take a look at the video. I'm seeing quite a bit of red in here. Not really seeing any blue yet. Decent hang time on the brakes. And a bit of crackle at the end. So from that video, it doesn't look quite as colourful as the description. I couldn't really see any green or any blue in there, and it was quite short-lived at just 20 seconds. Next we move on to the £25 fireworks, or any two for £40. Stargazer is another selection box, this time with 16 fireworks, comprising 9 fountains, 2 rockets, 2 shot tubes, 2 Roman candles and 1 cake. So only 1 more firework than the previous Enchanted selection box, and therefore you're paying an extra £7 effectively for just 1 additional fountain. Not great value. Luna is a new 24 shot cake. Let's take a look. So some nice copper breaks there with some red strobes. Oh, and some crackle. Quite a bit of crackle. Does it do anything else? There we are, a few little brocades at the end there. 30-second duration, which isn't bad. Next, Hypersonic is a pack of 12 rockets and 6 shot tubes. The rocket effects are described as including purple stars with silverfish, red stars with white glitter, and crackle stars with silverfish. The shot tubes are described as having varied effects, including white palms, multicoloured starbursts, and green and white glitter. I've not seen any footage of these, but they basically work out at around £1.11 per rocket or per shot tube. Next we move on to the £35 fireworks, or any two for £50. The Sky Party selection box contains 17 fireworks, comprising 9 fountains, 2 rockets, 2 shot tubes, 2 Roman candles, and 2 cakes. So 1 additional cake compared to the previous Stargazer selection box. Fiesta is a 30 shot fanned cake. Let's take a look. So this has an 8-metre spectator distance, but this looks quite a wide fan, so you're going to need plenty of space either side of your display or your garden. So it's certainly sky filling. The pace is reasonable on this. The bursts look quite bright. A little bit of crackle on some of those lifts. So yeah, that's quite wide. Now Bright Lights is a really nice low noise pack containing 5 long-lasting fountains. I've had this before. It's a really nice pack. All the fountains are different, and there's a jelly bean fountain in there too. At £7 a fountain, if you're just buying the 1 pack, that's reasonable, but buy 2 packs and it works out at just £5 a fountain, which is good value. This exact same pack is also available from other firework retailers under a slightly different name, Serenity. Actually, that's quite a different name, but there we go. Let's move on now to the Grand Finale Barrage. It's £55, or you can buy 2 for £85. It's 100 shot, straight firing, and lasts 1 minute 15 seconds. But it's category F3, so your audience will need to be at least 25 metres away. Up until now, all the other fireworks we've looked at have only required an 8-metre safety distance, so you'll need to factor in that you'll need more space for this one. But let's take a look at the footage. So from the audio on here, the brakes don't sound that powerful. But there's some nice glitter in there. The brakes look reasonable size, some of them. Colour-wise, yeah, red and green, the standard kind of colours. Pace-wise, decent pace. In fact, the pace changes here. We get like a rapid-fired section. Yeah, good duration and pace. Colour-wise, a bit boring, just the standard red and green. Next, Tesco's £75 fireworks. Shockwave is a 106-shot cake with a mixed firing pattern and lasting a minute. Again, you'll need 25-metre safety distance for this one. But let's take a look at the product video. Nice bright bursts here, some vivid colour, some nice strobes. Straight firing at the moment. And then we go into V-fired, with some crackle. Straight fired again. Some white strobes and green stars. Some nice fan volleys at the end there. Oh, and a straight fire bit. Yeah, I mean, I think that's better. I personally prefer that to the grand finale barrage we looked at just before. £60 though for that. Yeah, okay, it's got a good duration of a minute. £60 is a little expensive for what it is though, I think. Also in the 2 for £120 deal, or £75 on its own, is the high impact selection pack of 15 fireworks comprising 5 fountains, 4 shot tubes and 4 cakes, and 2 packets of sparklers. And this pack only requires an 8-metre safety distance. According to the graphic, this box will give you a display lasting 8 minutes. I'm not sure whether that duration though includes those sparklers. Now the official product video for this is only a preview of 5 items. Why Standard can't do a video of the whole pack, I don't know, but here's a few clips from that video. Again, just the standard sort of red and green breaks in the cake there, the plasma fusion cake. Is he going to have any crackle in as well, maybe? Oh, yep, there we go. Okay. Firestar fountain. Again, red and green, crackling. Fairly low height, a metre. Maybe some of those crackles are going up to 1.5 metres perhaps. A bit more colour there, a bit of pink and yellow. Oh, and there's some blue in there as well. There we go. So yeah, quite a colourful fountain that. But not a massive performance in terms of height. Oh, there we go. Some even louder crackle. Okay, so it's nice there's 2 different types of crackle in there, I guess. And it's still going, like a low noise gold section. So decent duration on this. Oh, and then we've descended into more crackle there. Wow, that's reached some height though, hasn't it? Wow, okay, yeah, that reached a really decent height at the end there. That wasn't bad actually. Okay, strike. Strobing cake. Oh, with some crackle. Not a massive amount of colour in this. A little bit of green. The shots as they lift are red. Also a mine lift in there. Right, what's this one? Rain flow. Golden fountain with like a red flame core. Very gentle crackle in this one. Does it do anything else? Not a great height on this at the moment. There's the crackle. A little bit more height on this now. Is the crackle going to go intense again towards the end? And the height's reduced. There's quite a lot of crackle on the ground there. This fountain might look quite good raised up off the ground. Colour-wise, not a massive amount of colour in this fountain, I have to say. I'm actually getting bored of this fountain now. And then evocation. Lots of gold in this. Some red pearls. More gold. Looks quite a dark fountain, that. I actually kind of like those sort of sprays of showers of sparks. So you've got that gold. It's different. It's unusual. And no crackle in this one either, by the looks of it. Oh, some blue. Yeah, it's an unusual fountain. I'll be honest though, at £60 or £75 for 15 small fireworks, I'd need to see footage of the rest to be able to see if this is a good price. There were some unusual effects in some of those fountains. Some of them were a bit samey though. The cake we saw in that, or the two cakes we saw in that preview, didn't really excite me all that much, so I think a bit overpriced there. Last but not least, the Power Force Barrage Pack. 8 cakes at a cost of £120 or 2 packs for £185. That works out at either £15 a cake or just £11.56 per cake on the buy 2 deal. Doesn't say how many shots each cake has, but it lists the total shot count across the 8 cakes as being 198, and with a total show duration of 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Tesco also proudly state that by removing additional packaging from the barrage pack, they've saved over 2,500 square metres or half an acre of cardboard. Looking at the photo of the fireworks in this pack, it looks like 7 out of the 8 cakes are fanned and 1 is straight firing. But let's take a look at the product video. So these 8 fireworks are all numbered 1 to 8 as a suggested firing order. So this is number 1, it's fanned, there's crackle, mine lifts and crackle bursts in the sky, so plenty of crackle in that. Bit of colour at the end there. This is number 2, some blue and some red, some crackle and some strobes. Some falling leaves, that's nice. Number 3. Yeah, some strobing breaks in there. Some different colours, some orange in there. Maybe some blue as well. Number 4, I think this one's straight firing. Some little glitter bursts at the end of those breaks. Blue, orange, blue. Oh no, it is fanned as well. A little bit of fannedness going on at the end there. It wasn't even the end, it's still going. Yeah, that wasn't bad. I thought that was just going to be straight firing. Okay, number 5. Oh, some decent hang times on those breaks. Some glitter. Some gold brocades. Yeah, that's quite a nice cake. Some crackle comets. Some mine lifts with crackle. More crackle. That was alright. Number 6. Kind of a bit samey to ones we've seen before. Do you there anything different in this one? Some blue. Yeah, now these brakes look a little bit bigger. They sound a bit bigger as well. Some nice copper gold brakes in there with some blue stars. Those look quite big brakes. Some whistles. That was number 7. And then number 8. Some nice bright comets. These sound like bigger bursts as well. So these last couple of cakes sound like they've maybe got bigger tubes in. A little bit slow, the pace on this though. I would like to see a little bit faster. I like there's some mine lifts in those. So that's what's available from Tesco for 2025. If I was having to buy fireworks from Tesco this year, what would I go for? I'd get a couple of those bright light fountain packs on the 2 for £50 deal. I've had these before and they've been really good. Aside from that, I might go for the 3 for £20 and get a couple of the Supernova selection boxes and a rainbow fountain, or possibly a couple of the enchanted selection boxes on the 2 for £25 deal. All the other multi-buy deals though are pretty expensive and I don't think represent good value for money. But what do you think? Why not let me know your thoughts in the comments? Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, why not check out my channel, which is all about fireworks.